Welcome to another edition of Chaplain John with Chaplain John Sayers, featuring special reports and interviews with people doing kingdom ministry in Tulare County and beyond. And now, here's Chaplain John.
Hey, this is great. We're back on Chaplain John. I'm here with Victoria Hanson. Welcome, Victoria Hanson.
Hi, thank you.
Okay, and what we're going to do, we'll be doing this as a podcast, but also on my YouTube channel or vlog.
Is that I'm impressed that you use that word.
Because my wife is here this time watching this, and she had to print. So don't be impressed with me. But, anyway, this is really cool. And now, if you're listening to the podcast and you want to hear any more of my podcast, you're going to go to chaplainchat.podomatic.com. That's chaplainchat.podomatic, spelled PODOMATIC.com. Did I goof the spelling up? MOPOTOMATIC. I think that's right. .com. All right. Well, okay. Hey, Victoria, this is really good. Now, two things we want to talk about.
Yeah.
You are a realtor, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Do you like being a realtor?
I love it. I really do. I think it suits me and my personality really, really well, I'd say.
Well, so what do you like about being a realtor?
Well, obviously a lot of people know that in real estate you make your own schedule, but for me, the reason I like to make my own schedule is actually because I like to work a lot more than most people. So I like the fact that I can, if I want to take a lunch break, I can take a lunch break whenever. If I need to go walk my dogs, or if my husband needs me to go run an errand or something, I can do that. But I also traditionally work on average, more than 8 hours a day. And it's because I like that I will be able to get out of it what I put into it. So the more I put in, the more I get out. And with, salary and hourly jobs, there's only so many times you can get a raise or so many hours in the day. So for me, I like that it's really unlimited. You get paid for the effort you put in. And I love to put in as much effort as my body will let me. So.
And we know you're busy because even before we started this, you had like 3 phone calls, and then you said, "Okay, I'm putting the phone down."
Yeah, you gotta
pushing it away.
Yeah,
and so we're not.
You do
wait.
have to do that sometimes. Yeah. You have to just silence it, and I'll come back to it in a little bit.
And now, if people, I got to tell you, but there's another thing we want to talk about, but that's okay. But sticking with the realtor for a minute, if people are interested, I'm assuming Tulare County is your.
Yep, I do. Tulare County. So the multiple listing service, which is the MLS, where real estate agents are signed up to list homes for sale, and also, they can actively work that area. It's through the MLS. And so they're all broken up into counties. So we are in Visalia, and next to us is Tulare. We're all in the Tulare County. And then if you go a little bit, north is Fresno County, and then over to Lemoore area is Kings County. So I actually operate real estate in Tulare County, and I can do Kings County as well. So those are my 2 counties that I hold the MLS. Yeah, so I can serve both those areas. And then as far as, also in my sphere, if you are looking for purchasing or selling anywhere in the US, I actually have connections on a referral network that I can reach out to them and hook you up with that. So if you're looking to purchase in like Minnesota, or you want to move to Florida, I still have agents in my database that I can reach out to and say, "Hey, will you take my client and help them?" So we're still very connected that way.
And and you're really a joy to get to know. We'll do another podcast down the road how we connected more. But if people are interested in just what maybe they want to sell, maybe or they're just curious or whatever, and they live in our area, how do they connect with you?
So there's a couple different ways. If you like to, phone call or text, my phone number is 559-339-9031.
Okay, let me give you the area code, 559
339-9031.
Okay.
But I also actually write a real estate blog.
Oh.
So I have a blog on a website. And so I do some videos as well, but mostly I just blog.
Okay.
And so you can also connect with me on my website, where you can subscribe. You can even send me a message. You can contact me through there. So I've branded myself as Sale by Victoria, except for instead of it like the traditional word buy, it's actually like the purchase by. So it's sale and then BUY Victoria. So Sale by Victoria. So that is my website, www.salebyvictoria.com. So you can always go on there. And then all my social media portals are also Sale by Victoria. So you can find me anywhere. If you put that into Google, all of my portals will show up.
Fantastic. Okay, the other reason is I just found out there's another passion you have, which is kind of why Gail and I are here. And after this podcast, you're going to talk to us personally.
Yes.
But your other passion in life is doing what?
So I have branched out and started a social media business, and it has a lot of facets to it.
Social media?
I know, right? It's
Really?
I know, it's true. Yeah. So I know a lot of people, depending on where you're from in your generation, a lot of people are very intimidated by social media. They think it's kind of like taboo. They think it's kind of an ugly thing, almost. But what I've done is I branched out. And so now what I do, and I have different facets of it. So I will teach or instruct someone the basics of social media. So it could be for business for purposes where you can brand yourself and try to get clients through that way. Also on a personal level where if you just want to keep in touch with your family and your friends and you wish you knew more about navigating it and how to follow people and how to see people's content. So I do that as well. And then also I kind of tap into a little bit of like basic computer skills and things like that as well. So really it's like a social media, multimedia, digital marketing kind of all in one. So I've branched out and done that. So I have a lot of different clients, and it really started with real estate. It started where the older generation real estate agents needed a lot of help, and they saw that I was really active on social media, so they reached out to me. And after so many hours of doing it as a favor, I realized, okay, this is really taking up a lot of time and there's a need, and I don't want to push people away. So I actually generated a business and I set up a DBA. And so now what I do is I have a consultation, I write out a formal curriculum, I get the client to approve the curriculum, and I have a contract and everything. So I do it a little bit more above board now, because after, like I said, after so many hours of doing it as a favor, it was like, okay, I need to maybe set up a business for this. It was more legit.
If somebody wants to just check into your services, give us a price thing for.
Sure. So I normally start out where I train. My curriculum, my traditional curriculum is 4 classes. You have to at least commit to 2 classes, because once I sit you down one time, there's not enough capacity in your brain to retain everything I teach you. And I do hour-long classes, so it's not overwhelming. So traditionally, I do a 4-part curriculum, 1-hour classes each, and they're $65 an hour. That's my traditional starting prices. Obviously, if anyone needs specific, curriculum that differs it, whether it's a little bit more, a little more hands-on, a little more in-depth, it might go up in price. If it's a little more, no, I don't really need all that, I just need these specific things, and they're more comfortable and they're like in an intermediate or advanced level, then I can change my prices that way. But traditionally I'll sign someone up for a 4-part class, a two-part minimum, but 4-part class, and it's $65 an hour for each class.
Now I have a lot of friends that are doing their own ministry, and and then I got to thinking, because of this COVID time, our whole world has changed, and even how churches operate. Do you think you could work with mission people and church people? Would this flow in? Absolutely.
Honestly, anyone in any industry really needs my services, I've found. I teach real estate, obviously that's what got me started, but
but car dealers.
But I actually taught at a car dealership for their sales team. I have lenders in my sphere that need me. I have people in all different industry types that, need my services and that I could certainly help. So as far as the ministry side, especially churches where a lot of it right now is virtual and people are needing to do ministry virtually, churches aren't even gathering right now, to my understanding. So I think the services I offer could absolutely cater to that particular field, and I could certainly, jump in and help churches get a lot more engagement, and outreach through like I said, social media, digital marketing, all that stuff.
Oh, this is fantastic. Well, okay, this is going to be it. Is anything else you wanted to add to this? I mean, you did good, but...
Oh, thanks. No, that was really it. I mean, like I said, I just branched out and started this business, and I'm loving it.
All right, now if people want to get a hold, I don't know about a realtor.
Yeah.
Do you have another place we could?
So I'm launching a new website and social media for my social media. So my business name is Social Studies with Victoria.
Oh, so not social media.
Right, no, it's
Why
social
studies.
So it's interesting. So we'll talk about this on our next podcast, but I'm originally from England, and in America, you guys actually have a class when you grow up in school in America, you have a class called Social Studies.
Yes.
So it's kind of playing off of that, where social studies in America in your schools really is a range of things. The curriculum ranges. But I was playing off of that social studies with Victoria because it was kind of a play on words with the classes that American children take, but also because you really are studying like the social aspects of everything at this point. I mean, now our social realm is so digital and it's so conformed to, these platforms like Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. So really it is like studying the social like aspect of society. So I kind of played on both of those ideas.
How wonderful. Okay, now you haven't launched that yet?
Right. It's not launched yet, but all my curriculum that I write is active. I have a contract. I'm a DBA. Everything's totally good to go. I just haven't launched the actual pages.
Okay, so if they want to connect with you, they would still connect through that other site.
Exactly. You can go to my real estate site, or you can just call or text me on my phone number. It's easiest.
Oh, let's give that number 559
339 9031.
Now, Victoria, you were born in England.
I was.
You have do you know English?
Yeah,
Okay.
Definitely.
All right, then I want to hear some English. I want you to say.
My British
I want you to say yes. I want
Okay.
you to say. Thank you, Chaplain John. Hang on a minute.
Okay.
It's nice to be on your podcast and vlog.
Okay.
All right, you ready? Go for it.
Thank you, Chaplain John. It's nice to be on your podcast and your vlog.
Oh, not bad. And now you're also going to say, I want to thank you for, you got to do this in
Okay.
break. I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank you for being on, and you're going to, in your English accent. You ready?
Okay.
All right, guys, I want to thank you for watching, and Victoria, I want to thank you for being on
Chaplain Chat.